The opposite of security is freedom. Here's the trade-off, though. The more free you really want to be, the more you have to be both self-reliant and completely ready to let go of what you know. In this climate, there's a lot of pervasive old school knowledge trying to inform you that security is to be held to the highest degree, that security is the only way you will survive. That is the party line. But it is not the truth, and you know it. Welcome to Body of Truth. I'm Rebecca Windsor. Body of Truth was born after a very, most of the years of my marriage were really beautiful. I married the love of my life at the time. However, because we started to wear masks and we did not tell the truth, we both started to live a mythology, me to a tremendous degree. The amount of lies and masks that I needed to wear in order to keep this story going in my mind of where our marriage really was became intolerable. My marriage ended with a phone call, and then shortly after my son left for college. So all of the identities that I had relied on to create my life around were gone. So even in that, total freedom to remake yourself, but total devastation and the loss of everything I thought I knew. But I'll tell you what I really did learn from that time. The rebuilding was slow and painful. But the one thing that I really got from that was such a gift is both embodiment, truly being inside my body, and the gift of knowing who I am and who I'm not. And I invite you to start to look at some of these concepts to make sure that you're defining your life the way that you want to. In the guise of my marriage, I looked to that title of wife as my blanket of security. I was secure in being someone's wife. That title, just the title itself, brought me a sense of maybe being owned, maybe being protected, and maybe being a partner to some extent. But I will tell you, one of the amazing things that has occurred for me as a single person is it's kind of like that autonomy of the buck stops with you. The buck really stops with you. And it's up to each of us to determine how much do we value security and how much do we value freedom. I'm going to link below the video that I did on identifying your values, your core values. Because unless you know what you hold in the highest of esteem, I don't even know that you would have a frame to answer that question. Because in my top 5 core values is freedom. Freedom is more important to me than security. But putting your money where your mouth is a different story. If you truly want to be free, you're going to have to know that your security comes from inside. Your security is your own creation. And the closer you can live to your own internal sovereignty and your own self-direction and faith and your relationship with God, your creator, and being guided, the more you will create your own security. The idea of someone handing you security is basically giving someone the keys to your freedom. You are allowing someone else to define the parameters and the edges of your freedom. And I urge you today, now more than ever, this is a question you need to answer. Maybe security is more important. I'm not even judging that. But if you are someone that really values freedom, you better look at it now. Look at it now. And you better evaluate where it is in your paradigm of values. Because it's time to act on behalf of your own freedom. To activate inside you what has always been there. To pull the power out and live by it. The only place you need to look for that is in, not out. Guidance will come. Guidance will come. But only if you're listening. The reason for my ranting tone is that in my meditation this morning, I got delivered the message of that it is going to be my responsibility to take on completely defining what freedom is to me in every way. I have to put my money where my mouth is. Always a daunting proposition. And so I offer to you just to start to ask the question, because it has never been more urgent or timely. Just start the discussion. That's all I ask. And start it with me. If you are a king or a queen, it's time for them to rise. I'll see you tomorrow.